Okay, so that brings us to a what crazy thing doubleheader, and we are just on an Amex kick today because we're talking about what crazy thing did Amex do this week? What did they do to you, Craig?
So my wife has the Bonvoy Brilliant card, and she got an email uh, excitedly telling her about her card's perks, including this is the one that just seemed totally bonkers to me. They proudly announced that her certs, her free night certificates that were earned in 2020, so last year, have the validity of them have been extended to August 1st of 2021.
Which
Which
is hilarious for several reasons, right?
so yeah, I mean, one reason it's hilarious is we're so close to August 1st right now. So,
Right.
if they're just now telling us your certs have been extended for like a week, that's nice. But it's more ridiculous because it's been quite a while since Marriott announced that all of those certs that have been extended till August 1st have actually been extended to uh,
January 3rd.
January 3rd, thank you, of
Mm-hmm.
next year. So, boy, they need
Yeah,
to update
yeah.
that announcement.
Right, right. Somebody scheduled that announcement, which is bizarre in and of itself, because you'd think that somebody must have probably scheduled it in advance, I guess. Except
Yes.
if they did, you scheduled it in advance to email people like a week ahead of time, kind of a thing, 2 weeks before. It doesn't make any sense. Crazy, crazy, craziness, Amex. So, yeah, thanks for the heads up on that and
Right.
the incorrect information. I guess maybe Marriott was like, "Hey, Amex, can you send this out? Maybe we'll get a few people to use their certificate right away on some like
There you go.
suboptimal redemption because they don't know any better." I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, so if you got that email, moral of the story is don't believe it. Log into your account. You can see the expiration date on your certificates.
Exactly.
All right.
Do you
What
want to talk
crazy
about the second
thing
one?
did Amex do this week? Oh my goodness. Amex is just on the radar this week because Amex has clawed back this $200 credit that we're talking about in a situation that just baffles me, absolutely baffles me. So somebody reported, I think it was on Reddit, Doctor of Credit had posted it. I think it was someone on Reddit reported they had a Fine Hotels and Resorts booking, a $200 plus booking before Amex announced the new benefits. So this is before Amex announced that you can get the $200 credit. So that booking was existing already. So they, of course, haven't yet received a credit for it. They need to make a new booking since the benefit was announced. So what they did was they canceled their existing booking and rebooked the same hotel. Right. Because, hey, the price was the same, I guess, and figured, okay, well, now I have this card that's going to give me $200 back. Great. So they booked it. Of course, they got the $200 rebate. So as expected from the prepaid Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts booking,
All good
what,
so far.
what they didn't expect was that Amex would later claw it back,
What?
saying that it was an existing booking, not a new booking, because they canceled and rebooked the same thing. So they clawed the $200 back.
Oh my gosh. What?
What? What are you doing,
What are
Amex?
they thinking?
What?
I mean, why would they even care? But
Yeah, I have no idea why they would care. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all.
so
Not even a
theoretically, if
little.
this person had canceled and then rebooked like a different hotel for the same dates, or had rebooked different dates, then it wouldn't have been clawed back. But because they booked the same dates,
Theoretically,
maybe. I mean, who
I
knows?
guess. I mean, what
I,
would have happened if they rebooked different dates, got the credit, canceled their stay, and then rebooked the original dates? Like, would that be a new booking now, or would it be an old booking that got reinstated? I mean, yeah, this is
yeah,
nuts,
yeah.
Namex. It's
What
nuts.
what scares me about this is not this exact scenario, because my guess is this will get worked out. But what scares me about it is it sounds like Amex has worked hard to make sure people don't abuse this $200 prepaid Fine Hotel and Resorts credit. And the reason that scares me is because people will legitimately get in trouble with the following scenario. They book a hotel for, let's say, next year. So they book it
Mm-hmm.
now for next year. They get the $200 credit. Then, let's say in January of next year, they realize, oh, that prepaid reservation isn't going to work for me. I'm going to cancel it. Amex is going to, and they're fully cancelable. So, there's nothing
That's
wrong
legit.
with doing that. Yeah, it's a
Right.
totally legit scenario. Um, but Amex is presumably going to notice that, claw back the $200 credit they gave them in this year, and that person won't now be eligible for somehow recovering that $200 credit from last year. That's just gone, so they're just moving forward. So it's basically like, if you're booking for the future, you are risking basically not ever getting your credit for this year. So I guess that's insanity. Not the end of the world, but it's just not.
No, it's frustrating though. It's frustrating. I mean, and like you said, I guess it's fair in the sense that if you book it and cancel it and get your money back, then they're gonna be like, oh, we don't need to give you your money too. Then you already got your money back. So I mean, I understand the perspective, but I mean, especially in the current world right now, I mean, how nutty is it that somebody's going to book a reservation, then if they just can't go for some reason, Amex is going to ding them for it. So
yeah.
That doesn't make. I mean, you're totally right. That was what stood out at me too. I was like, wow, they are clawback happy. They are ready to pull this one back. And I mean, clearly we both agree that it was a ridiculous clawback in that specific instance. I mean, nuts. That was nuts and ridiculous to begin with, but it makes it clear that we're going to see more nuts and ridiculous clawbacks. So
that's the fear. Yeah.
So be prepared on that. Make sure you're using that on a hotel stay that you're pretty darn sure you're going to actually make.
Yeah, right. Or one at least early enough in the year when you're booking it, so that if you do change it, you'll have more time to book something else to use up that credit.
I wonder if that's even going to end up being automatic, or if you're going to have to call in and be like, hey, I used it and I got called back and now I used it again and I didn't get credited. Yeah, I can manually. Oh my goodness. Yuck. Yuck, Amex.
That's right.